Welcome to 108 Gates, where we're looking at Sagittarius, end of the year, end of 2023 for Sagittarius. Wow. You are the energy, should I say. Okay, let's just take a breather. You are discerning the difference between your own energies, someone else's energies, what you wanted, what you thought you wanted, what you want now, and it's kind of like splitting off into different directions. So where you're seeing that you were aiming towards one thing before, and you were going towards that, it's actually not beneficial for you. You realise it's not beneficial for you now. You let it split off. You've got no problem with letting it go. Let it split off and go in the correct direction for you. There is a certain ruthlessness about this. There's a certain kind of self-awareness around this, and it's nothing short of intense empowerment, self-empowerment, self-realisation, self-actualisation for some of you, depending on how deep you go with this energy. And this one's come out too, cooperation. You may have been cooperating with yourself on a certain level before, but now you're seeing how you can cooperate with yourself, your higher self, with your deeper self on a much deeper level. There's a bit of conflict here within yourself. There's certain things you don't want to let go of. Okay, now it makes sense. There's certain things you're emotionally somewhat attached to, you're emotionally fond of, emotionally needing to communicate with, emotionally missing that communication between. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could be that you have a favourite sport, but you can't do that favourite sport right now. And I'm seeing someone with a really nice sports car, but the sports car has to go because there's other priority that's come in, and that has to be a priority. It has to take precedence over the sports car. So there's certain shifts and changes that have to happen. You know it's for your benefit. You know it's for your higher good, but you can't help but still be in this energy here of being emotionally attached to things. So you want to communicate to it, about it in a different way. I would say that the energy is presenting itself as recognise excuse me, recognise that you know is for your higher good. And I don't say this kind of stuff very often, so it's very, very, very specific to the Sagittarius end of year reading. Be gentle with yourself and kind to yourself as you are letting go of certain things. Not just for yourself, but for the recipient of some messages that need to come in. It may be that you need to say that you may need to let an employee go, or you may need to, you may be leaving, you may be going a new job and you're expanding, or you're going somewhere else, and you may need to have to tell your boss that you're fond of, that you like, and that's been really good to you, that you have to leave for an opportunity that's coming up. It is a levelling up. It is a step up. So that's not the issue. The issue is you're emotionally tied to something because at some point it gave you that sense of security. It gave you that sense of well-being, that connectedness, that community, that camaraderie, and you don't want to let that go. There may be ways that you don't have to let it go fully, but for you to step up to the next level for which you're reaching, for which you're intended for, you need to let go of it at least a little bit and allow it to organically shift and be cleared. It's not a rush. I know, Sagittarius, we're coming into your space soon, towards the end of the year. It's not something to be rushed necessarily, but you may want to put your foot down, like you want to tear the plaster off in one, like, but it may be something that you just need to take a bit of tenderness with yourself and the other people involved. Wow, okay. Absolutely lovely energy. It's like a bittersweet energy is like you're happy, but at the same time it's like you have to leave, and you're sad to say bye to certain people. You're sad to have to leave a certain place, but at the same time you know that when you turn and you face into the sunset or wherever it is you're going, you won't need to look back. You won't want to look back. There you go. So on this part, you're seeing that the pros and cons of things. You're toasting it yourself. You know, you've got the pros and cons of things. You've got the left and the right. You've got the do I, don't I. You've got this tugging because of the emotional attachment to things, because the emotional investment that you've put in. You don't fully want to let it go, but you know it's going to be beneficial for you. So communicating to yourself in a different way, such as that was a great time. I need to move on now. I'm going to be moving on now. I'm moving on to great things. I've run this for so long, it's come up now, and I can take this opportunity, I can do this thing. Talking to yourself in a different way is going to increase your strength. You literally can talk yourself into being stronger in how you approach this shift and change. This is a great energy. I don't want to be messing with it too much. What I will say is the monthly readings are going to be here, so please do subscribe. We have daily readings most days. So subscribe for those, because they are empowering each day to day. Look at the energies of the day to day vibe, and then how can we utilize that for our higher good. We also have short guided meditations, which are based on the feminine and the masculine individual tarot cards. That playlist is building up. There's a few up there right now, and also coming in is the long guided meditations, which are meant for processing of the deeper things that we are working on. Again, it's something that you can pick and choose, such as goal achievement and things like that. So, self-esteem building. So subscribe and you will get notified when those are up and running. For some reason we want another. There we go. It felt really important to get this additional card, and it felt like it wanted to go right in the middle as a guiding star, the High Priestess. Sagittarius, this is an absolutely gorgeous reading. So much going for yourself. Keep going. You're doing the correct thing. You know you're heading in the correct direction. It's going to be a bit of an emotional tug, and like when you think about a leaving party and you see, you can look around and think of, you know what, I've had some great memories with these people. I definitely can feel that some people in this room were my comrades. They were my resources. They helped me out and I was able to help them out. We've been through some rough times, we've been through some weird times, we've been through some real amazing giggles, things like that. Now I'm ready to move on. They won't be gone, but your emotional attachment to holding on to them, blocking you from moving on to the next space, that's what needs to be worked on, with gentleness, with care, with compassion, and with self-love. Look to your higher self for guidance. So for now, with that gorgeous energy floating around, peace and love.